plague doctor's mask.
Looks like a kiwi.
Doing good,
The
doing
bird,
good.
not the fruit.
Yeah.
What if kiwis were made of kiwis, though?
They
Have you
wouldn't
seen
be a
that
bot.
image?
Yes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Storm King's Thunder, episode 13. We're unfortunately down a player tonight because she is on something and very tired.
That just sounds great.
So hopefully she'll be back next week, or if she wakes up, she can join us if she's feeling up to it. Welcome back, everyone. How are y'all doing?
Overworked, but happy to be here.
Great.
Yeah, I'm good.
I can
Timmy-
find out what my dream is about. Yay!
Hooray!
Oh, that's
It's-
true. Who was that
it's-
person speaking to you?
It's Groovy, the Timmy, the copyright-friendly lion.
That's groovy. I'm out again, damn it.
I'm done.
That's groovy.
And just like that, Leon just checks out, disconnects. Bye-bye. I was just kidding.
I know. I was messing.
Alright, who would like to give us a recap of what happened last week?
Oh God. Whoa.
See, the problem is, I know what happened, but as soon as you ask, it, like, vacates my brain.
I will
don't
not do
remember.
the story justice. All I remember is us turning in the Weevil and us fucking about like in the Dwarf Hotel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same here.
Oh, I remember a good amount. I had to remember it. Jesus Christ.
I should probably write it down.
Last time in D&D, we began the combat because I kicked open a goddamn mimic door.
Teaches you
Uh-huh.
paladins not to kick in doors.
Hey, it's a fucking door. Shit.
I kicked open a door and it didn't turn into him.
Lucky you. I got stuck to it. We spent like
Doors.
I think
Doors,
I-
the eternal enemies of Vox Machina.
Anywho, I
Yeah.
guess I'll do it.
Okay, fine.
So, the party resumed combat with Mimic, Desk, and Door, in which the party disposed of said Mimic, Desk, and Door. Then we found out if we kept going forward, it was just a loop back into the main part of the sewer. So we left the area and we said goodbye to our doppelganger friend, and we headed off to Malbar.
Mirabar.
Mirabar. Don't judge me. I try my best. After a couple days' journey, we arrived to Mirabar, and we were greeted by guards, in which we said, "Hey, we got the Weevil. We want our reward." Then the party was led into Mirabar and received some magical items, as well as some potions, and decided to rest for the day. During our long rest, as Ezra was sleeping, he wakes to a darkening room with a low fog and he is on a slate slab, only to hear, "Hello, Ezra," and that's where we begin now.
Indeed, you are in a dark place surrounded by a dark mist and on like they used to describe like a cold slate platform of some sort just floating in the middle of nowhere.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Who has the ring of spell storing?
We never gave it to anyone.
Because I don't see it in the party loot.
Oh, I have it in my bag of holding. I'm writing it down on my sheet.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that all of our items were accounted for.
Oh, so
You
is
want
that potion of healing still in the bag? There was one, or in the party loot, there was one there.
Nope. Nix took it.
Okay, can you remove
Badger.
that, please?
And I got the unmoving rod.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure.
All right. Yes, Ezra, you hear this voice behind you.
I immediately spring up from the table and go to reach for my rapier out of instinct.
Okay. Reaper's not there.
As I go to reach for it, realizing it's not there, my second natural reaction was to hold out my hand and begin to form an Eldritch Blast as smoke like energy forms in my hand, and it seems to be a little more noticeable, that smoke, in this environment for some reason.
Do you turn around?
Well, that's kind of what I'm doing. Like, as I'm getting up and hopping off of the slab, I'm like going to turn around, reach for my rapier, but realizing it's not there, I throw my hand out in front of me and start to form an Eldritch Blast in my hand as I'm spinning around.
Okay. As you turn around, you see this human-like looking figure has pitch black eyes. Their skin, like bits of their features are accentuated by bits of like black, almost as if coal or something. And they're wearing a relatively nice suit. They're just looking at you, smiling.
Who the hell are you? Where am I?
How do you not know who I am?
There's a pause of hesitation, and in the front of his mind, he doesn't know who this is, but in the back of his mind, you're the one who came to me.
He nods. Indeed, and it seems that you have found a piece of the puzzle that you were searching for.
What piece of the... What are you going on about?
He gestures to the ring you're wearing.
Is there someone in this ring?
There may be.
I tried. There was no answer. If you know something I don't, please tell me.
That is not for me to do, but perhaps your father would have some answers. And he kind of turns into a mist, and you don't see where he goes, but you take a turn around and he's like on a table, just sort of sitting, like one leg up.
Why, after so long, have you decided to show yourself now?
You are growing in power.
I don't. My Jen said the same thing, but I don't understand what that means. I don't feel more powerful.
The answer will come to you in time.
There's something I must know.
He's just looking at you.
What do you want from me? I've heard different stories from other warlocks with this kind of pact of sorts. But you never stated what you wanted from me. You just gave it to me and disappeared. Is there something I don't know?
You know, I never really thought about what I wanted. Perhaps I will think of something, but until then, it's time to wake up. And you spring awake in the room that you were at.
And as he says that, I'm screaming out, "No, don't go!" And the next thing you know, I wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And I wake up with a cold sweat, and I'm kind of frantically looking around the room, and I just I guess I sit up on the bed and just take a moment to catch my breath and try to figure out what the hell just happened.
Who had that cloth? It had the symbol on it.
Rizwin.
Alright, just curious.
I think the my first reaction after calming down is kind of feeling the ring a little bit, and as composed as I tried to be, I kind of, if there's someone here in this ring, please tell me who you are. There's I have to find out who framed my family, and I just have a feeling that you know information that I need.
No response.
I kind of a li- my anger kind of builds up, and I just kind of um I without thinking, I kind of just like fire off an Eldritch Blast up. Is there like in this room? Is this like a room where like there's a window, like you can see through?
I mean, you could probably, yeah, it's probably a window.
I just kind of grit my teeth and my hands pull up into a fist, and I just kind of, without looking, I let out an angry scream and just fire off an Eldritch Blast through the window.
Alright. There's a screen. Who was in the room with Ezra?
Guys are sharing the room.
I don't know. I don't think we actually fully established that. I don't think.
I think we did 2 people a room.
Did we?
I
I know we
think it
either
was
bought 2
Kara.
rooms or we did 3.
I remember we only got 2 rooms though.
Well, who are you bunking with, Ezra?
I would assume that I think you and I agreed that we were going to be in the same room.
Yeah, I
It
remember
just
that
depend-
much.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we could just say that it was you, I, and either Reed or Leon, and the other person would be in the other room.
Oh, okay. Darn! What? Are we just firing Eldritch Blast out a window? Because if we are, I'm up for it.
I'm sorry. I let my anger get the best of me. I kind of clear my throat and just kind of readjust my dust jacket a little bit.
Is everything all right, Ezra?
I just had a very unsettling dream, and I just have a feeling my main goal is related to this ring, and I just can't get answers, and I lost my temper.
Would you like some help?
I don't know if any of you could help, but if something comes along, I'm sure someone will be able to help.
Dunk, 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 dunk. Your door quickly opens up, and there's a haggard-looking I believe it was a half-elven man that was at the bar. Comes in like, what the hell is going on in here?
No solicitors.
My apologies, sir. I let my anger get the best of me, and I ruined your window. And I reach into my pouch and I pull out 50 gold and hand it to him.
Okay.
Let me pay for that.
All right. Just please don't do that again.
Yes, that won't happen again.
He kind of grumbles and like walks away, closes the door. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Well, Ezra, I do know a thing or two about unsettling dreams. So if there's anything you think I could help with, I'd be more than happy to help.
There is one thing I'm wondering. Since you're the same school of magic as I,
Nah, the Hexblade.
does did your patron tell you up front what he wanted from you?
Uh, I'm afraid that's a bit where we differ, Ezra. I'm afraid I don't have a patron. From what I'm told, I'm gonna pull out the Hexblade longsword I have. From what I was told, this used to be a vessel of a Hexblade. After I bought it at the auction, my body seemed to absorb the magic, kind of leftover residue.
I see.
If there is any strings attached to this, I'm afraid I've never met him.
Well, I in my dream he appeared. This is honestly the first time I got a good look at him, and I asked him what he wanted from me, and he said that he didn't know what he wanted from me, and that he would, if he thought of something, he would let me know. But it just puts me a little on edge to think that he hasn't asked for anything.
Well, Ezra, I may not know too much about patrons, but if there is anything I know, it's deals with devils. You could really ask for anything, really.
The honestly, the worst part of it all is it wasn't like I agreed to a pact or signed a contract. It's just when he approached me in my dream when I was younger, all he said was essentially, I can help you get revenge. And I accepted, and next thing you know, I woke up with it. It wasn't like I made a honest to goodness pact or anything. So that's what scares me, to be honest.
Uh, hey, Fish.
Yes.
Using my knowledge from the College of Lore, is there any kind of history roll I could make to see what the personalities of the spirits of the Hexblades were like? Or do you think that's a little too out there?
Make a history check. We'll just see what information you might be able to get. Okay, there's not really a whole lot that are on them, but you kind of get the sense that they probably have multiple different types of personalities. Some may be good, some may be evil, some may not give a shit. It's hard to tell.
I'm going to relay that to Ezra, yeah. It's like if you just put your fate up in the hands of a normal person, really.
Well, not going to get answers just standing here, am I?
I'm afraid not. This could be testing fires a bit, but we may be able to force a response.
I honestly don't know if that's something I'm really keen on doing at the moment. I would much rather find out who's in this damn ring, and I kind of grip another fist again on the hand that I'm wearing the ring on.
Yes. Well, perhaps we could find an artifactor. Maybe, if there's any kind of magic shop in town, maybe we could find one.
At this point, you guys hear like banging on the door, like do 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 do.
No solicitors. God, we're like candy to these people.
I open the door.
You see a very bedraggled Rizwin. Her hair is like everywhere, and she's got this crazed look in her eye. She goes, "What the fuck are you guys doing? I'm trying to sleep."
I just kind of point to the window. I got mad.
She just her mouth just kind of hangs open, looking between you and the window, and goes, "Well, can you try to be mad a little quieter?"
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry I woke you.
She just kind of goes, "It's fine. Just I'll see you in the morning." And then she walks off back to her room.
She's always a little bit hasty, isn't she? Anyway, Ezra, while I'm talking to you, I'd like to ask you a question about something that's been bothering me a little bit about you lately.
Yes. What is your question?
I'm going to summon my packed weapon, the Great Sword. Well, you see, you use a pack of the weapon as well, yes?
I do.
Well, I'm going to be steadily shifting it between like great axe, great sword, glaive, all those big weapons. We have access to all kinds of weapons, big, powerful, well, anything we could possibly imagine of. What? Why is it that you choose to use a rapier when you have access to such more powerful weaponry?
Well, when I was younger and I was training with my father, it just it just felt right to me. The the uh the barracks, yeah, as you all seen, houses a handful of soldiers, but my father believed in his soldiers being able to fight with any kind of weapon. So he always kept one or two different kind of weapons around outside of the usual long sword, short sword, of the like. And as we were training, he he knew I wasn't enthused about learning how to defend myself. So one thing he offered up was allowing me to choose what weapon I wanted to train with. And I found the rapier to me the best was the best weapon for me. It was fast, it was quick. Um as you as you noticed, I'm not one to get up in someone's face. I much prefer to use magic as much as possible and only use my rapier as a second option of defense. So I just that's been my preference there. It seems sort of a waste to not use my packed weapon very much, but I've learned how to work around that and make my ranged spells a little bit stronger because of it.
Uh, I do suppose we are polar op- polar opposites when it comes to hex blades, I suppose. But that's nice. I wouldn't want to work with someone that fights exactly like me.
I mean, you saw how my father greeted me. I mean, it's just because I don't fight close quarters all the time doesn't mean I don't know how to do it. And obviously, with him attacking me unprompted and me be able to block it, shows that I do have some level of training.
Oh, yes. Well, hmm. I do see what you're saying there. I'm gonna turn mine into a rapier. You're like, I just can't really see myself using something like this in a fight, though. But to each their own, I suppose. I'm guessing I'm probably also stronger than you. In terms of strength, not power. You know what I mean.
I sort of kind of poke at my arm. Yes, there's not much muscle here.
Well then, and I'm gonna jump out of bed. I'm feeling pretty hungry. You want to see what the gruel's like here?
Isn't it like
Yes.
2 in the morning though?
It is not morning yet.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. Okay. Nighty night.
Yes, let's try to get some sleep.
Let's see, Ezra. Let's see if you can how well you sleep. Roll a wisdom save. All right. Despite the issues, you seem to find sleep again without too much issue. And then morning comes.
Ah, yes, gruel.
So Rizwin comes out of the room that she has been sharing with Badger, and she's got her hair up in these two little buns on either side of the top of her head. Very much like Pike in Vox Machina. And she's wearing a nice light blue dwarven style robe under her armor. And she's got her trusty axe Bertha and her backpack slung on her shoulder. And she's got her wand tucked into her belt. And she greets everyone warmly and is ready for food.
Out of game, just when you said grease everyone warmly, it just reminded me of an old thing. I don't know if anyone else, Ventrilo, BS. Sorry, keep going.
Say, I know Vent.
But do you know what I'm referencing?
You were kind of, no. I know the ones where they, copy what other people sound like and say shit.
No, it's fine.
Anyway,
If,
Rizwin will walk up to Ezra and Polchara and say, I apologize for being a bit crabby last night, but it was 2 in the morning. And, but, what was happening? Anyways.
I once again I'm sorry that I woke you. It's not very like me to let Manger get a hold of me. I'll tell you later, on the road. For now, let's just get a meal in us before we head out.
She just nods her head. Alright. Let's get some food.
Yeah,
And-
let's go.
What?
Uh,
You
Reed is
sound
just very tired.
Does Reed is Reed acting like a human that's like with a hangover? Essentially, he's just groggy.
Nah, he just didn't get to rest much.
he was in there laying in his bed, listening to Ezra blow out the window.
Yeah. Yep, definitely.
if there's a breakfast line, Pachar's probably sandwiched somewhere in the middle, just with a bowl. Gruel, 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 gruel.
There's not really a line, but I mean, you can get breakfast from the from whoever's serving breakfast currently.
Rizwin will get a traditional dwarven breakfast with a good breakfast ale.
Gruel, please.
Well, I mean, we have meat and eggs and bread. We don't really have gruel.
That's what gruel is.
Right.
Rizwin goes,
Coming right up.
Rizwin says, if you think dwarven food is gruel, then you haven't had dwarven food.
Gruel is just grits with chunks of meat.
Rizwan just kind of shakes her head.
Yes, that's what gruel is.
That's not dwarven food.
I like gruel.
Well, I guess you're just going to have to settle for steak.
For breakfast?
Aye.
We'll just say it's like a silver piece for breakfast.
Okie doke. Charles, give a silver piece.
Same. Oh, for everyone or for individual?
Each.
Okay, yeah, I'll pay mine too.
Hmm.
With my culinary tools, I will now say, that's it! I've come up with a new recipe.
Nice roleplay, Leon.
Here.
Good time.
Wasn't me.
No, not that time, but I think the first time it was.
That was me.
By the way, the half-elven bartender looks very tired.
I probably know why. Not gonna question it. Hopefully he doesn't recognize the purple tea. I'd like to give a survival check on my food before I eat. Make sure there's nothing wrong in it.
Sure.
To make sure he didn't spit in your food.
Or poison it, or do anything.
I mean, seems fine.
I will eat. Need to make sure no one gets revenge for me being part of keeping him up.
Oh no, it wasn't you. You didn't do shit.
Oh yeah, I was in the room though, and I was a purple tiefling. I'm very identifiable from a crowd.
Well, it also helps that Ezra paid immediately and with more than what was necessary.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he made that guy's week.
Sure, not a month.
He probably got as much money as he makes in a year.
Oh yeah, these commoners work for coppers while we get golds like crazy.
Did you say that out loud?
At the table.
My God.
It's true!
Rizwan just kind of
You had a couple side eyes from some of the
Puts-
dwarves.
Rizwan just kind of puts her hand up against her face where she's blocking her sight from Polchara and kind of like hunches over her food some more.
I'm gonna make a moral decision right now. Hold on. I'm rolling a d1.
Okay, we'll see what this release leads.
Over 50, I'm making the evil decision.
Oh,
Okay, I'm just gonna sit quietly.
Okay.
you just get up like, what do you say to me?
I was going to give a big smirk and just drop a bag of gold on the table.
You're gonna get your shit stolen, man.
I'd like to see them try. Yeah. But I just sat quietly, so yeah.
I just thought of something funny. It's like you're like, I like to see them try. Like at the very same time someone is picking your pocket.
Yeah.
I'm not very perceptive, no. But I'm probably the toughest person in this bar.
It depends. Yeah, also that.
It doesn't matter if you don't see them.
I don't have to see something to defeat it.
Are you sure?
Actually,
about that?
you do.
Are you sure you're not a barbarian?
I think he was trying to quote something.
I was quoting something.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm gonna enjoy my makeshift gruel. I'm going, and after that, I'm probably going to ask around, not in the tavern where I pissed everyone off outside, to see what kind of big, nameable locations are in this town, like any good or things.
Any good what?
Any
Uh,
popular stores?
Yeah, any popular stores or things like that.
Okay. 1 second. I don't have my fucking pen with me either. It sucks. It's in another room. All right, let's see. What kind of places are you looking for in particular?
Particularly, like some magic shops. If there aren't any, then a really good blacksmith.
Okay. I mean, there's like a. You do find like a blacksmith shop. There's no magic shops, but the blacksmith shop has a thing on their sign says adamantine anvil.
Mantian, that sounds important. I wonder would Rizwin be interested by that? I'm gonna go into the blacksmith shop. Hello.
Tink,
There a crowd.
tink. Yeah, what is it? There's kind of a darker skinned human man in there, just kind of hammering on a sword he's working on.
Hello, good sir. I'm looking. I'm interested in seeing what kind of equipment you're selling here. I'm also interested by this animantium thing I keep hearing about.
He kind of looks at. What do you mean by that?
Ah, I'm not very sure what it is. I know it's some kind of metal.
Ah, it's a very hard metal. Tink, tink. And he puts the blade into the forge.
Yes, and I'm going to get a little bit closer to the counter, and I'm going to say, yes, and I'm going to put 3 gold pieces on the counter. I'm looking for something really good, something you don't start off trying to pitch to people.
Make a persuasion check. Okay.
I swear I'm good at this, you guys.
Hmm.
Just for my sake, what are you looking for?
+1 equipment, +2 if he has it.
Oh, I see. Kind of stops and looks at it. I'm not sure what you're looking for. You just have normal stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at my gold pieces on the table. Did he take it?
No, he's still working.
I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna say I'm thinking this to myself. What's the point of going to a dwarven village where their blacksmiths aren't better than just common villages?
It's also a human, so.
Oh,
Burn.
I'm very tempted to ask, do you know if there's a better blacksmith in town? No, no. I'm just gonna take my gold and I'm gonna leave.
Okay. Need a freaking. I made up the name, but I need to freaking save this freaking website on my hotbar somewhere.
Animantia Manville.
Yeah, I made that one up.
Oh,
I like it though.
Yeah, same.
And this was the only thing in town that sounded interesting. Well,
I mean, that's what you found. One of the places you found.
I think I'll let someone else do something before I do anything else.
Okay.
Can Rizwan try and find either a lore keeper or a library or both?
Make an investigation check.
Really? +6 don't help if you roll a 2.
Tell me about it.
You got a 4.
This is to make up for last session.
I mean, to be fair, this is kind of like a mining area. So finding like a place of lore might not be the easiest thing. Unfortunately, you do not really find anything.
Shoot. She's just gonna spend time with Nora then.
Who's a good pony?
I'm gonna try to either regroup with probably Reed. I'm looking.
I'd probably still be eating. That's pretty much it.
All right.
Very slowly.
I think
'Cause
Leon
I have
would
a mask on.
probably come down and start looking for food now.
What if you're
You
like
just-
Kakashi, so you just ate super fast so people don't see your face?
Oh my god.
the one thing that I thought of was just like you smushing food on the front of your mask.
Oh.
That would make it everything dirty.
So Reed,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I forgot what we're supposed to be doing tomorrow. What's our plans for after this town? Are we delivering those harnesses, or are we doing something else first?
I believe it's the harnesses next.
Oh, excellent. That'll free up space in my wagon.
I mean, unless something else comes up that's closer.
Currently here. What was the name of the town where we had to deliver? That's probably in the quest.
No one are sold.
It's-
All the way over there.
You have to go all the way back to the Keep, Long Saddle, and Tribor.
We've been to Tribor, right? That's
Yes,
where,
that's where you picked up all the quests.
No, we
that's
haven't
where-
been to
that's where we
Tribor.
fought the giant.
Yes, we
right?
did.
Hey, no.
Okay, so we literally have to go all the way back and then just make our way like that, essentially.
East.
Like the...
Yup.
What's up here?
Up where?
I'm asking like what? Well, why are we going up here?
Oh,
after we
around
get to-
Mirabar?
No, I'm saying after we go to nearbar's or near this place is right here is hold. Oh, like what? Why are we going up here after that?
Because we also have a quest to go to Zymorvan Hall.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
For the sword.
And I think there's something to do in Everlund, too.
Yeah, I have to. Well, we cannot go, but I just have to inform the Harpers about the threat of the giants and that thing we found.
You gotta give that thing to him. Or...
No, I think I just have to tell them everything that we basically have found.
Wonder if I should alert the Bard College to this.
What are they gonna do?
Send in magical warriors that play music and battle
Wow.
cries.
Oh yes, they'll do that. They'll send a letter to Corin. He'll just like, oh, I got a letter. Like, what's going on here?
You've been drafted, Cord.
No. Corin's got his own issues to be dealing with.
Yeah, it says we have to give the badge to the half orc in Danavar's house.
Right.
What is this quest? It says Noanar's hold for bridle.
The things we're supposed to deliver that he's carrying in his cart.
The harnesses.
Oh. You spelled it like bridal as in someone getting married. I was like, what?
Huh.
Are we going to a wedding in Noanar's hold?
Well,
That'd be in Marvin Hall.
well then, Reed and I suppose Leon, who's probably sat down by now. When exactly should we leave this town then? Like, I get we may need some, like, some of us may want some days of R&R, which I'm fine with. I'm also fine with leaving this afternoon. Whichever everyone else wants to do.
There's nothing much for us here, so might as well keep moving.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if none of you have anything to do here, you might as well leave. And honestly, I'm not the expert in traveling, so I'll leave it up to you guys.
Go watch the Weevil's death. And just eat a piece of bread.
Wait, the Weevil's dead. Wait, you want to go to his execution?
Why not?
I mean, I'm fine with that. I will accompany you.
Not the other day. He just has flashbacks of the attack on door.
I mean, we could stay till it's decided, so just in case he tries to escape.
I mean, we got paid. Unless they're gonna pay us for catching him a second time, I think we're done with the Weevil. Which, if they pay us to catch him a second time, I'm up for it. We did it once.
Okay, now I'm starting to feel like we should probably stay.
Wait, you scared he's gonna escape? Either
Yeah.
his life sentence or his execution? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's he gonna be sentenced with? Or wait, do we have to go to like his court date as witnesses?
Why would we be witnesses? He's a
Yeah, I don't
wanted
think we
criminal.
witnessed his crimes. We just captured him. But I just want to make sure, because he does have a connection with the, and I whisper, Zantarum.
I just want to be sure he's dead after everything we went through just to
Yeah, I
capture
agree.
him.
Public vandalism. He made a real muck in the sewers.
Just stares at Polchara.
It's true. He put mimics down there. Plus, there was that hole he made when he dropped the slime on us.
I think Leon is visibly angry right now.
Probably wasn't the best thing to calm you down.
Leon stands up and takes his food with him, then just leaves the building.
Can never read that guy, Reed.
You mean Leon?
Yeah, I was talking to you about Leon.
Oh, I mean, he seems very soldierish.
Yeah, that's
He
fine.
hasn't told us much, but I assume he's some type of veteran.
I just wanted to say real quick, after they're kind of done chatting, I make my way. I think I make my way trying to find Rizwin.
Before you leave, I would say, can you guys stop like talking so loud? when everyone's sleeping. I mean, you could have just waited till the next day.
To be fair, Rizwan was the only one that was talking loudly.
Yeah, but still, I was pretty much right next to you guys.
Me and Ezra are more just present. Unless you were talking about mine and Ezra's conversation.
Yeah, I was talking about your conversation at night.
We were loud?
Yes.
Or are you just specifically talking about the window?
Both of them.
I'm sorry, I guess our posh accents carry.
I'm very sorry about last night. I normally my anger never really gets to me, so I can only apologize.
It's okay. I don't know why you would attack a window though, but it's fine.
I personally would have opened the window first. Just saying.
Yeah, same.
To be fair, if I was thinking a little more rationally, I wouldn't have fired off an Eldritch Blast in the first place.
You don't just do that when you're angry.
Typically not. I typically don't lose my temper that much.
Oh.
Oh wait, you were sleeping? That's when you did it?
No, I had a very troubling dream, and I got frustrated.
I wanted to shut off an Eldritch Blast while I was asleep. But me and Felix just installed a new window there. But hey, we kind of did the opposite of what you did.
Alright, that was pretty much it.
Yep.
I was to go to the make sure the animals are fed.
Well, that's true. We haven't taken care of the horses at all.
Rizwan's the only one doing it.
And your
I
horse.
eat grass and stuff.
But yeah, I walk out of the inn and see if I can find Rizwan.
They also
no.
need water.
They
God,
need.
now I'm
They don't-
scared that. Sorry, go on.
They eat hay.
And grass.
You're thinking of goats.
Yeah, horses eat grass.
Not as a main food source, but
I'm terrified to go back to my wagon right now because I'm just scared there's gonna be something painted on the side of it like we don't like tieflings in this town.
No, I think they're more likely to just steal your stuff.
I feel like Polchara is very paranoid about tiefling racism.
But it's fairly justified in this town.
He fucked up.
Say, I don't think that's because you're a tiefling.
I have been nothing but generous to these people.
Outside of you shouting in the middle of nowhere in the tavern saying, "Hey guys, we're rich."
But I offered to do their dry cleaning for a cheap price.
So
Therefore, assuming that they need someone to do their dry cleaning for them.
Okay,
what's
now you're just nitpicking, go aggressions.
That's dwarves!
I like to go to my wagon.
what's the
Alright.
update on the animals?
I mean, I assume you guys took them to the stables, so they're doing fine.
Including Ruby?
Yeah, I think Badger's been taking care of Ruby.
Alright.
Rizwin has brushed her pony and made sure her hooves are nice and clean, and is now braiding Nora's mane into these little like button looking things.
Is there anyone in trouble in this town?
It doesn't seem that way. I mean, the guards seem pretty, you know, even with your background, they seem pretty, pretty solid.
Yeah, maybe it's that.
I once had a player that every day when they were just idle in town, he would just say, "I go patrolling for danger."
Can I do that?
Take a
I love
walk.
how I love the tone in your voice. You're pleasantly surprised.
He went full superhero on it. He was like jumping from rooftops and stuff.
See, I tell my characters that they can do whatever they want.
My characters.
Or my players, I mean.
There
I
you
tell
go.
my players that they can do whatever they want. They just have to understand that there is such a thing as consequences.
Just because you can try something doesn't mean you're going to succeed.
He literally attacked a man littering by throwing a piece of bread on the ground.
Damn it, if only I was Leon not Leon, Corn right now, I would have done that. Anyways, so can I patrol for danger? Even though I probably don't have to.
I mean, sure. Make an insight check. How about that?
Alright. There's a 20.
Ooh.
Okay, well. Things seem pretty freaking on the up and up here.
Fuck.
I mean, at some point you do hear like a horn, and like you hear a bunch of like it's like yelling, going yeah, and then you hear battle in somewhere outside the keep.
Can Leon go to watch this battle as it unfolds?
Yeah, there's actually the Axes and Mirabar are fighting a couple of like let's get you a description of these creatures. I can friggin' find them. Get so many fucking handouts.
I was just about to say, I think it'd be hilarious if like Leon saw a battle, went in, killed a bunch of people. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You're interrupting our LARPing tournament.
Jesus Christ.
What kind
Don't
of
you
LARPing
see that-
tournament uses real axes?
No, they're just realistic foam axes.
What dwarfs? We use real axes for everything.
You see these things that are about as tall as the fire giants you guys had fought, but their skin is like blue, and they have like hide armor on. And most of them, like one of them, has like a really, really long white beard. And they have like animal skulls on their pauldrons and huge battle axes.
This can't be good.
I know what these are. Yep.
You see the Axis of Mirabar going to town on these guys. You get this place is very well protected. There are arrows raining down on these things. They're trying to at one point they realize that they probably shouldn't have come here, and they attempt to escape, and they just get mauled. And yeah, they're both dead.
Leon is impressed.
People here know what they're fucking doing.
Yeah, check these people. I guess, can I talk to, like, I guess whoever's in charge?
I mean, just one of the other guards.
I guess.
I mean, absolutely. Who do you want to? Just one of the ones that were part of the fray.
Uh, Either that or the one leading the command of charge.
And
Just
you
kinda
you
figure out-
find one of the shield dwarves that partook in the battle.
what happened here.
Just another day. The frost giants decided to come out of the mountains and thought we were easy pickings.
How often does this happen?
It's becoming more and more frequent lately.
That can't be good. So when did they first started like appearing more often recently? I don't know.
We used to never have to worry about them. Or any giants, really. It's been maybe a month or so.
What was it called? So you know the Giants hierarchy is kind of ruined right now, right?
No, I'm just a soldier.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. So did they have anything on them?
Some of the boys are checking them out now. Usually it's just junk. I mean, halves of tables? Live goats?
Seems standard.
Strange.
I mean, they're giants. They need to eat too.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, let's go over there. Let's go take a look what we got here.
You want to help them loot the bodies?
Yeah, the bodies.
Okay, roll a d100, see what you find.
Oh, goodness.
Gotta pull out my thingy.
I got 35.
Let's see. Once I find the fucking handout. Because there's so
Did he-
freaking many.
Did he roll on the items in a giant's bag table?
Of course he did.
Wonderful.
There it is. Alright, 35. You find a bag of dried mushrooms. But a couple of these things are like basketball size.
You know, these might be able to feed the entire village for like at least a week.
That is, if they are edible.
You never know.
Pretty sure someone here actually knows more about mushrooms than Leon does.
Yeah, there's probably someone that does.
I'm gonna do a nature check to see right now.
Okay, you can try.
Yeah, I'll try anyway.
1 second.
Making up for me and Ruswin.
Apparently.
Rizwan doesn't know shit about mushrooms.
It is Leon.
Yeah, Pachar's a chef. I think he'd know a little.
You had at one point in time you had during your time as a soldier, you guys were stuck and needed to find we're out of food, so you came across mushrooms kind of like this. A couple of the men ate them, and let's just say they had the turns. That's not the right word. It's the is it the twists? I don't remember the term for it.
Either way, it's not pleasant.
No, no, it is not.
Hmm.
The twists and turns. And we're not talking about a dance.
I'm gonna go
No.
ahead and inform them that yeah, you might not want to take these. But again, then they're dwarves, so I don't know if that would really affect them as badly as it would a human.
Never know.
I'm still gonna let them know, but just in case, like, I'm not sure how it would affect dwarven stomachs. Yes,
When you mention that word, he's like, ugh.
I mean, you guys have stomachs of steel.
Aye, but even we have our limits.
Ah, fair. That is fair.
Say the giants were probably big enough that these mushrooms didn't really affect them that much.
Or maybe they picked up the mushrooms to feed the goats. I know I'd have to feed my pocket goats.
So, is there anything else on these guys, or is that it?
That's all that you find. Some of the other guys get some, let's see, one pulls out, like, a wooden door with twisted iron hinges. Yeah, a whole door.
Jeez.
There's some, like, dead trout in another one. Like a giant thing that looks like a skinning knife, but it's like it's like a almost a great sword almost, but it's like made of like this. It's the size of a great sword, but it's made of stone and has like blood on it and bits of fur.
Whoa. Cares about that great sword, though.
Not a great sword, but that's roughly that size though.
Ah.
Yeah.
Curious about it still.
It's a bastard sword.
It's a giant-sized skinning knife.
Oh, okay.
Jeez. Well, the most interesting thing here is that door. Just tell the guys.
Yep, it's just a door. It doesn't
I-
stick anyone.
I actually am much more wary of lone doors than most people are. Because one time I was playing in a game and we found a door that could be taken off the wall, but it still led, like, it was the door itself was a portal to the. I don't know how else to say this, but the air plane. Like where all the elemental plane of air.
I heard that in the background.
What do I say?
John, you should check out that door.
Yes, and the people I was playing with always laughed because I was like, it goes to the airplane.
So I'm saying, like, that door is probably the most interesting thing here, as we could make that into a table.
There isn't a window in that bag, is there?
No.
We could have gotten our money back.
It still costs money to install the window.
Not 50 gold. Not 50 gold to build a new window.
And Pochar just does not want to be liked here.
Nope. Bachara's new job, make sure everyone in this town hates it.
I don't think Polchara cares either way.
Yeah, true.
He might not.
So, what else are you guys gonna do now? Guards are dead. Giants are dead. Got the stuff.
We just go back to what we do.
Ah. Forgive me, I'm a bit bored. I haven't seen
Yeah,
action
it
in
gets
a
like that
couple of days
sometimes.
now.
It gets like that sometimes, but That's a good job.
Ah. Out.
Is there just like stray hay at the stables with my wagon?
I mean, you could probably, yeah, there's some, like, just hay kind of laying around, used as bedding and stuff.
I'm just gonna weave a hat with 2 horn holes in it.
Okay,
That's how my afternoon's gonna go.
make a dexterity check.
Nope.
Make an intelligence check.
Kind of.
Okay, you have a good thought in your mind of how this is supposed to go, but you're having a hard time getting these things to stick together.
Damn it. Felix was always better at this than me. Oh, I did say that's how my afternoon's gonna go. I'm gonna stick to it.
Alright, so you guys are staying in Mirror Bar?
I thought we were gonna leave, but everyone's like, okay, I guess we're staying today.
I'm fine with staying the night, but I do want to leave in the morning.
I mean, you guys just spent a night.
When is the Weevil's execution? Oh, if he is getting executed.
We don't know.
I think he's trying to ask the guy that he's talking to.
Yeah.
Oh,
See if he even knows anything. I don't know when, but I'm gonna try to get some information out of him, and I know y'all are probably the ones that brought him in, but keep it on the down low.
Fair enough.
The less people
I
know, well, that just gives us more time.
I just really, really don't want him alive. He gets real close as he says it. Like I've seen some shit because of this man.
Because, yeah.
Mimic flashbacks.
Mimic flashbacks, the glyph of warding, the gelatinous cube.
The sewer.
The mimic door.
Yeah, it's just been. Oh yeah, you're the one that got hit with the crossbow bolt.
Think so. I think that was Pochara.
Okay.
Other than that, I remember having a fun time in the sewer.
I also got eaten by a gelatinous cube. Then let's not forget the armor and the sword.
That was also fun.
Mm.
I kicked that armor's ass. Well, one of them. I think I
All
also
this
got-
stuff Leon's just thinking in his head because Pochara's not there.
at least there wasn't an intellect devourer. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what's normally in that map.
Oh, Leon, there was also the exploding door.
That was the warding.
Oh, right.
Yeah, fighting an intellect devourer at level 1 is fucking scary.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, what would y'all like to do? I guess the guy will say, I don't. He doesn't know when the execution is going to be, but he will be probably hanged for his crimes.
I just thought of something really horrible to say.
Popcorn and long chairs?
No. I guess they don't need to use as much wood because the gallows don't need to be very tall.
Probably
Oh
don't even
my
have to use
God.
the trap door. Just use a step.
Actually, they're probably gonna have to make like a booster seat of sort.
Oh,
To be fair, dwarves aren't that much shorter than humans. And there are a lot of dwarves in the Mirabar area, so granted, they don't have much crime here, but, you know. And also, you're allowed to say it because you're a dwarf.
I was about to say, do you think they have two different hanging stands, one for human-like height and one for dwarfs?
you probably just used the same one.
I have a question. For the guy.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to come in tomorrow and interrogate him, would I speed up the process a bit?
That depends on what you want to ask him.
I mean, get some information out of him. Just let me know what you want to know from him.
Who does number 2 work for?
God damn it. God damn it, Sky.
Oh, that was a fucked up scene still.
Now I'm going to want to see that movie again.
I did too.
I'm going back to the tavern after failing at making this hat.
Well, I mean, we have ways of getting info out of him. Whether or not he'll be tortured, well, probably a little bit.
I mean,
But torture doesn't really get good information.
true. But personally, I just kind of want my revenge shot a little bit too. And I just crunch my knuckles as I'm saying this.
Like maybe he can arrange one for the road. If you want to beat the shit out of the guy before you leave.
Alright,
Is this
fine.
not see what he's saying?
Alright, fine. But if he doesn't say anything by tomorrow morning, you find me. I'll get some more information out of him.
All right.
By the way, want some ale tonight?
He like smiles and gestures as if holding up a mug.
He's already got it. Like,
No, he
beat you
gestures
to-
as if holding up a mug.
I'm laughing. He just already beat me to it. Like, I got it right next to me, Sonny. All right then. It's on me.
All right.
Just don't drink me dry.
He has a good hearty laugh.
I head on back to the tavern then.
All right. You guys just sit around for the rest of the day, pretty much.
Yeah. Charlie's probably going to turn in early. He's had a day.
I think Rizwan would actually, after like taking care of Nora, would go find a forge to just kind of. She'd probably find a forge to just kind of hang out at and tinker around in and just hang out. Lend a hand, as it were, if it is needed.
Make a persuasion check.
Do I get advantage because I have smith tools / am a dwarf?
I don't say it as a dwarf.
Well, it's the human guy, and we'll just see how this goes.
Okay. The adamantine anvil. Not very charismatic, but here it goes. Hey!
Okay. For the course of this, make me 3 checks with your smith's tools. Or just make two first, and we'll see what happens for this third one.
And I'm using...
Use your intelligence.
Okay.
You're basically making some pickaxes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, alright. You kind of bust up the second one you're working on. You power through it and make one more. Okay.
What are my rolls?
I have no idea.
Like, 2 of them were good, and then the rest of them are like, you suck.
Welcome to my life.
I feel ashamed as a dwarf.
All right. So for the course of the day, you make a handful. Help make a handful of pickaxes. And you. He pays you 5 gold for helping.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, pickaxes are really cheap. So.
That's fine. She wanted to feel... She wanted to feel like she did before all this crazy shit happened.
All right. So. You feel pretty good about yourself, despite that failure during the day.
She's like, okay, it's been a while since I did this, but I got it. Alright, so that's Rizwin's day. She'll probably come back to the inn and drink some more, like she did the night before.
Okay.
Because that's how dwarves are. Work hard, drink hard.
Honestly, I think Ezra, after his dream and everything, after getting breakfast, he just kind of stayed in the tavern the whole time, and basically looked like a crazy person to talk to himself up in the room, trying to get something out of this ring.
All right. Make me a persuasion check. Make me one more. Fortunately, you're not able to really get anything out of it right now.
Does this wake me up at all?
Are you... Have you been asleep all day?
I did say I turned in early. Me and him are sharing the same room, so.
Well, this is like during the day while you're out and about.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, I would assume after a good solid 4 or 5 hours of trying this and getting no result, I kind of just like give up for the day and go downstairs. And it's just one of those, like, we all wind up with perfect timing and showing up at the inn around the same time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rizwin comes in and she's got like bits of hay in her hair, and she's got soot all over her. It's like a mix of soot and sweat.
Pachara has
And-
his broken hay hat. Sorry, go on.
And she smells like fire.
Leon just enters with the rage of 1,000 udders.
Otters?
Udders.
Oh.
Leon walks in, and you just see like the zawa 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 all around him.
He's just angry.
Reed, did you only drink today?
No, I didn't drink anything.
I was about to say, it sounds like you're the only person that may have had a good day.
I pretty much didn't do anything. I just stayed in the inn waiting for you guys.
Leon is that edgy anime character that's just annoyed that everybody is around him in existence.
Sasuke?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, kinda. But when he walks in, he's
Reeds.
kind of a JoJo character.
And Reed's Kakashi.
Only in the way he eats.
Yeah.
Nah, I need to go find a book.
Oh yeah.
You said a book?
Yeah.
As a joke, since Kakashi reads all the fucking time.
Oh, what anime is that?
That's
This is
Naruto.
Naruto.
Oh, I don't watch Naruto.
To be fair, you're not really missing out, so.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Yeah,
Well, now I'm
I've never
Naruto
been
now.
planning to.
I saw it on Toonami. That's how I know.
Oh man, that's old school.
That show is the definition of read, not watch.
I just finished Seven Deadly Sins, so
Well, that's a really good one.
yeah.
Anyway, back to the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Anime.
Meliodas! Alright. Rizwan had a decent day. She's just tired and is drinking now.
As dwarves do.
Leon sees the people and just ignores them and just walks past them to the bar.
Alright. Let's see. For you, Leon, because you are buying, it's going to be like a gold. We'll just say a gold for. To get around for the people that you are talking to.
Yeah.
And let's see. Rizwin is also drinking, so. How much are you drinking, Rizwin?
How much a dwarf usually drinks? So, a lot?
We'll be nice and say 3 silver.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, she's resistant to poison, so technically, if she had to really roll, she had advantage.
Oh, I did roll. It was
Yeah,
that
she rolled
double
two
19.
19s. Yeah, George can go for a pretty long time when they need to.
Oh my.
Oh god.
What the?
We don't need George Takei here, it's fine.
I'm just gonna wait for Ezra to come up to the room. Then it's nothing.
I think he's been in the room like all day.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Hello.
like I literally was in the room the whole day. I went down to get something to eat, and I probably after it got kind of late, I headed back up to the room because I was just tired. Like that whole day, I was just tired.
Ezra, do you have an empty health potion bottle?
Not unless you want to waste a perfect good health potion.
No, I just would have thought you would have drunk one. Never mind. Trying to figure out what to use my alchemy jug on, if I even want to use it today.
Well,
I mean-
I guess technically we could say I had an empty vial from the time I used the potion on you.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. If you had something like that.
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Oh well, it was more like if you wanted something, you could keep in it. I can make acid, poison, oil. The other stuff is just like honey, beer, mayonnaise, vinegar. I don't know.
You want to drink some vinegar, Ezra?
I'm just asking. Do you want some acid, poison, or oil?
I guess we could put some poison in a vial, and I can coat my rapier with it whenever I'm using it.
Yeah, I can make half an ounce of poison.
For reference, the poison takes an action to apply, and will dissipate after a minute.
That's fine.
And I think it does like a D4 of damage or something.
And it's an extra D4 on top of what I'm dealing, so
Yeah, it's fine. Especially if you have surprise on an enemy, it could be really good, or it could be good.
More damage is still more damage.
especially since I have the mind of the ring of mind shielding because I can go invisible.
The
Ooh.
ring can go invisible. You can't.
Alright, I'll make
Trying
you.
to think of the reasoning behind that, but I understand.
The
It's so
reason
that-
is so people don't know. They can't read your thoughts and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you half an ounce of basic poison then.
All right, Ezra has 1 dose of basic poison.
There we go. This feels like a waste not to use the alchemy jug every day. Like, I should really be getting like barrels on my wagon to just like start putting beer and wine in.
Well, maybe in the next town there's a woodworker or something. You can get some barrels.
Yeah, I'm waiting till we sell the get rid of the harnesses. It'll probably take up like one of the seats in my wagon though. Just something I'm thinking about. Now, napping time. Yeah.
So is this about late evening right now, Fish?
Yeah.
I think I'm
Pretty
just going to
much.
be kind of looking over my rapier and polishing it and such, and looking at where those 3 marks are, see if there's anything different since that dream.
Nothing on the rapier appears different. No.
We got a long journey ahead of us.
That's more than 2 weeks.
Weeks in Faerun are a 10-day.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes,
Forgotten not
there are 10 days in a week in Faerun.
Did not know this.
I forgot we were not on Earth.
Which is why it's called a 10-day.
I'm afraid we're not in Kansas anymore.
So, does anybody want to do anything else, or do you want to just fast forward to like the next day?
I'm switching the spell out.
All right.
Do we want to put a did we want to put a spell in the ring of spell storing?
Yeah, whatever you want, I'll put in. Or someone else can, or whatever.
I could put some like mind spike in there if you want.
Have we not decided? Well, I'm just like end of day is probably the best time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who's going to be primarily wearing the ring? Who? I think that will help decide who will benefit from it the most. Because most of my spells are like healing, or just either healing or blocking damage.
I have a lot of damage and utility.
I have a lot of damage. Only Char and Leon have healing at the moment, right?
Leon's spells, though. Is
Badger can as well, I believe.
I think Leon only really has the
Lay on
the health pool.
I mean, Leon can put regular healing too if he prepared it for the day, but
You know what would actually be pretty good to put in the storage?
what?
Pass out trace.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good one. I think someone was interested in putting lesser restoration in the ring.
Lesser restoration is also a very good option.
But if you want fun, I have branding smite.
There's also counter spell, which is it's not used very often, but it is good to have.
I could put shield in it.
Okay, who's taking it? We need to sort that out first.
I have the unmoving stick. I'll pass on it.
Alright.
Crap.
Rizwin kind of wants it, but
I was gonna say either Reed or Rizwin should take it.
I mean, we could flip a coin, which I mean, we could just roll for it, unless you really, really want it. In which case, I'll just give it up.
I'm fine with rolling for it.
All right.
Oh, I can't do what I was about to do.
what did you want to do?
I was about to replace one of my spells for Zone of Truth, but I just realized I can't actually use that.
Ooh,
You can't.
I know what we should do.
Okay.
Reed and Rizwin should have an arm wrestling contest for it.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Aren't you both wizards?
Sure.
Okay, Reed wants to lose.
Yeah, I don't care. Let's leave it up
Actually-
to chance.
You could have a magic.
You know what?
Gregor
That is
style.
completely fair.
We both
If
have
you
a
guys want
strength
to do-
modifier of 1.
Yes.
Yep.
Both of you, if you want to do this, athletics.
All right.
Alrighty then.
Is it just going to
Let's
be
go.
1 check?
One check. You cannot use your DM inspiration on this.
Okay.
I would not use it for this.
For the most trivial
I'm
of
saving it
reasons.
till I die. Yeah, I'm gonna save it till I die. Wait, did I
That's
click it?
what I did.
Oh, this one did.
I don't see it.
Oh, did I click it now?
Oh my god!
And you're both the challenger.
You both stare at each
Okay.
other intently as you grasp hands and attempt to force the other to submit. It's still in the middle. Roll another one.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's nice. Slow, low, one. Yeah!
Oh!
I was gonna make it one more roll, but because of that, that's like 2 failures. So, boom. Rizwin slaps Reed's hand down on the table so hard. Reed, your arms kind of really hurts, and you kind of have to rub it a bit and like do that weird like arm circle thing to try to get it back into place.
Ow.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
I mean, we were just playing. I don't know why you hurt me.
I wasn't trying to.
Alright,
Well,
so the ring is yours. I'll just take it out of the bag and give it to you. Now, what spell should we put on it?
Rizwin just kind of does like flexes her biceps and goes like, "I'm a monster."
God
I
damn it,
vote
Rizwin.
either Pass Without Trace or somewhat Lesser Restoration.
You could put both in there, but then there's only room for one more spell, like one level 1.
I think personally, Pass Without Trace would be a little more beneficial because it's more useful in most cases.
I mean, it'd be an emergency use though, because it'd be like the one cast, and then you'd have to put it in again.
I'm
The
only
way I see it is, if you keep it charge on the ring, that's one less spell slot that Badger has to use, which is very important because of well, you know, how
I
many
could
spells.
I could give you disguise self. Could be helpful.
I'm voting
I'm-
for at least one level of healing spell, or whatever healing spell, just one level.
What can you put in it again?
Me?
In general.
How many spell levels?
Okay, it says
I believe it's 5 spell levels total.
okay, store up to 5 levels worth of spells. Okay, I say we put a heal in it, and I say we put a press this in case of emergency, like in terms of like an example. Like one of the examples I'm thinking of would be like summon lesser demons, just to have something to, you know, help mitigate a retreat if need be.
Then everyone looks at Rizwin like, what? For suggesting demons.
Demons, they're useful.
Can you
Breathe.
control them?
I can make them go away.
But can you if you cast it off the ring?
I could put darkness in there.
Here's a real question: is she saying this out loud?
No.
I mean, I'm guessing we're all in one room. We're just talking about it.
I thought you were downstairs, like in the bar.
Oh, never mind. I don't want to put that in there. Because when you do it, you can cast a spell that requires concentration from the ring of spell storing, but then you don't need to keep concentration. But if you're not keeping concentration on it, then you can't drop it. And
No,
summon
I
lesser
believe
demons.
it still takes concentration.
Oh, does it?
It's not like one of the like a rod or whatever that might have a spell thing that it can do, where that will hold the concentration. It's as if you are casting it yourself. But it does retain things like
Okay.
meta magic and Reed's sculpt spell.
Okay, because at first I was about to say, does that mean this thing will last an hour without being able to drop it? Because that's
No.
a problem.
No.
If you want some more offensive power, I could give you branding smite.
I don't hit people very much.
Fair enough.
I mean, if you want damage, I could just give you a fireball.
Fireball works. Okay, so we can do Fireball and a second level healing spell.
Would you like Cure Wounds or Healing Words? Cure Wounds does more than Healing Words, but Healing Words is only a bonus action.
And you have to be next to someone to use Cure Wounds on them.
Yeah. It's also an action instead of a bonus action like with Healing Words. Giving you a bit of a reference for healing, though, the Cure Wounds, it would be a 2d8 plus 3, and the Healing Words would be 2d4 plus 3.
Let's go ahead and do the Cure Wounds.
Okie doke. Second level Cure Wounds for you.
Are you putting
In
the
the
fireball in it as well? Or was it something
I
else?
believe so. Fireball, yeah?
Okay, Reed, what is your spell save DC currently?
16.
Alright, so that is a fireball with the DC 16 dex save. It won't go up when Reed levels up if you haven't used it.
Okay.
And then a level 2 Cure Wounds, 2d8 plus 3.
You have a familiar, right?
Yes.
Do touch spells through this ring work the way familiars do with your normal spells?
I assume yes, because it's as if you are casting it. So as you are casting it, you can also cast touch spells through your familiar. So
I can cure wounds through Veet.
Yep.
Weasel of healing.
epic weasel healing. Have I told you about our Lord and Savior Weasel?
I am Weasel.
Oh dear lord, that old TV show.
Well then, I'm fine with a time
I'm-
skip this morning unless anyone else wants to do things.
I'm jealous of you, Reed.
Why?
Because my spell save DC is only 14.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is mine higher?
What's your intelligence?
20?
So that's why.
Oh, wait, you're not a 20 intelligence yet?
No.
Oh.
Didn't you multi-class?
No, she didn't multi-class. She
No.
her roll wasn't. I think her roll were better for wisdom than for intelligence.
Oh,
They were
right,
the same.
rolls.
Oh, and she's also a dwarf, so
Okay, that makes more sense. I was thinking everyone went with point buy. Never mind.
No, her intelligence is 16.
Fully.
Like, you're like, isn't your intelligence 20?
I could have sworn you had 20 intelligence.
Like, I wish it were 20.
Okay, now I know which one's the good wizard.
Excuse me.
I mean, she has way more utility than I do. I just hurt things.
I have a lot of utility, though.
Yeah, you're the you're kind of like how I am with Polchara with like warlocks. I have a little bit more utility to my stuff, but I don't do as much damage.
I'm the Swiss Army knife of wizards.
Is that how it works? With us, I think I only have 2 spells that damage people, and the rest of them are utility.
Yeah, but your packed weapon and your rolls do a crap ton more than I do.
Yeah, we gotta factor in my rolls. Like I said, I'm gonna start giving you bardic inspirations at the beginning of a fight. Don't.
You know your rolls are bad when you have to wear an amulet that helps round out your damage rolls and have lucky.
I forgot you took that amulet. It just gives a plus.
Clockwork
It makes your
amulet.
attack roll 10. Hooray!
Well, 19 nights. Unless anyone needs me.
All right, for expediency's sake, is there anything else you guys want to do in Mirabar while you're here?
Nope.
Nope.
Don't think so. Do we need to buy stuff in order to get more spells? Like, if I want to transfer a spell into my book, do I need to buy stuff?
For the sake of, like, just ease, if you visit a town, like a decent-sized town, like, or a trade town, you'll be able to get the whatever supplies you need, so you can just say, when you're out in the field, that... Or you can tell me how much ink you think you want to buy. Or we can just do it to where you just reduce the gold and just assume that you did it in town.
Okay. Yeah, because at some point I want to ask Griswin if she wants to trade spells.
I wonder how recording new spells into Rizwin's spellbook works.
You get a hammer and a chisel. Do it
Saves on-
Flintstone style.
I feel like, ooh, that sounds cool. How about like she just etches it into the stone with like acid?
You should learn mold stone.
I mean, that could work. The acid thing, I mean. Since that's basically your ink.
I gotta buy magic acid.
I wonder if people in the Flintstone world had to, when they were updating their resumes, they put in as a skill set a fast chiseler.
I can make acid with the alchemy flask.
I was supposed to say, do I have to spend money to
It's
write
reflavoring.
down spells?
This is reflavoring. You still have to spend the money. You don't get that shit for free.
You know, I think it's a bit odd that my alchemy flask doesn't make ink. But I think I know why.
You have to make special. You have.
It has to be special ink, and also like if you want to make ink, I'll let you make like an ounce or something.
Is it like
I-
one of those special things like making coffee or lemonade?
Kinda, yeah.
I have to get special acid.
Okay, so I guess we're assuming that we're getting up in the morning and heading.
Yeah, I'm ready to kick some ass. R&R in town is nice, but I don't know. I feel like I didn't get enough like fighting out when we fought the Weevil.
And then Leon shudders at the name being said.
Just tries to hold back from pulling out his weapon.
All right,
Well,
you
I'm-
guys. Oh, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say I'm gonna go prep the mounts for everyone.
All right. Anything you want to do before leaving?
I assume that they got him to talk then.
They might have got some information out of him, but I mean, it's only been a little over 24 hours that they've had that guy.
I just pictured like the worst interrogator ever, just like a really kind-looking dwarf saying, "Please tell us what you know."
I think they're capable of more than that.
Don't forget they had clerics. And they also have access to that spell of yours, Leon.
Yeah, that's probably do it. I don't have to worry about it then.
Alright. Guys, head out on the road.
Yes, sir.
Thankfully, you guys don't really seem to come across any issues as you make it to Xantharo Keep.
Nice.
Haha. I'm fine with just continuing unless anyone else wants to make a stop here.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, how much time has passed from here to Zangaro Heap?
About
It's been
3
like
days.
3
About 3
days.
days.
Oh, yeah, we keep going to.
Keep on going, I guess.
Alright. Takes you about 4 more days to make it to Long Saddle. And again, you don't seem to have much of an issue.
As we're approaching Long Saddle, I kind of right up to the cluster of the to a spot where like I got and like everyone's like I can get in earshot of everyone. If you guys don't mind, I need to talk to my father about something before we pass through to Tribor.
Sure, I'm fine with
That's
that.
fine.
I'm gonna look at a bale of hay and say, "I have my own enemy I need to conquer."
I also have my own demons to deal with, and just leave to go to the training grounds.
Oh, of course. You can just take the shit out of whatever training dummy they have, aren't you?
He's angry. He wants to put it all out on goddamn training dummies.
Alright, okay. Yeah, you go to town. Badger goes and picks up her cloak.
Um, I'm gonna add that to inventory. That was a crag cat that the cloak was made of.
Yeah, like the Crag Cat
Yeah.
cloak.
Crag cat cloak.
This time, this straw hat will be made.
Say that 5 times fast.
This time, the straw hat will be made.
No, I meant crag cat cloak.
I'm aware, yes.
So I immediately go. I'm assuming since during the day my father's at his post, so as I'm making that way over there, I approach Rizwin. Do you still have that cloth the ring was in?
Yeah? And she'll just kind of sift through her bag some and pull it out.
Do you mind if I borrow this just for a moment?
No? You can have it?
I kind of just like smile, give a nod, and I go over to my father.
Alright. Well, Ezra, welcome back. Were you successful? Well, I assume
Yeah.
you were, since you're here, right?
Yes. Surprisingly, the traps he laid out for us was more treacherous than he was. But that's not what I'm here about. Is there can you take a moment for us to go somewhere a little more private and chat?
Of course. Can you guys kind of like he looks at the other guy, the other guard, and he just kind of nods. All right. And you guys go to a more private location. Actually, it's to his house. That's a pretty private location.
As we step into the house, nothing. You haven't changed a thing since I left, have you?
Kind of just struck was. No. Not much need to change.
Well, I have some, I guess you would call, a clue to what happened to us.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he kind of, I pull out the cloth, and I I wanted I had the thing I wanted to ask you was more about what happened when we fled the kingdom.
He looks at it and quickly snatches it out of your hand and brings it. Just looks at it real close. His jaw like goes slack a little bit, and it kind of does that like little shaking thing. And something you do not expect from your father. Some tears start flowing down his face a little bit. Where did you find this?
I found it in a chest in the Weevil's lair. It came with this ring, and all I know about this ring is that outside of the fact that it stops people from reading your mind, it also allows you to keep your soul trapped in this ring. And this ring was wrapped in that cloth. I haven't heard anything from this ring that supposedly you're supposed to be able to communicate with whoever is trapped in the ring. But I've tried for days and I've heard nothing from it. But I just have this feeling that a member of that family is trapped in this ring and it may have information that I need, that we need to avenge our family name, to avenge Mother.
He's like shaking, almost that kind of anger, but also like, like you can tell he's reliving the experience currently. Son of a bitch was part of it, and he was so close. Do you mind if I hold on to the ring for a little bit?
For how long? Because I've tried everything so far and haven't heard anything. I can't tell you everything as far as what I know when it comes to the ring, because the information I have is, I'm not sure whether to believe it myself or not. But I just have the gut feeling that this is a piece of the puzzle.
Will you and your companions be staying for the day?
We have been traveling for a little bit. I suppose resting for the day would not be a terrible idea.
Alright, good. Do that. Give me the ring and I'll try to see if I can get something out of it, and I'll come to you. I'll come get you in the morning.
What what is there to know that you're not telling me?
This ring belonged to the lady herself.
Well, then you would probably have better luck getting answers than I will then, considering you were closer to her.
Yes. He kind of like takes it and just sits down in a chair and is looking at it and holding on to the. Did you give him the cloth to hold on to?
I mean, he kind of just yanked it out of the hands, and I didn't stop him.
That's right.
And I kind of slide the ring off my hand, and I place it in the cloth.
And he takes it and he puts it on.
And I kind of kneel down and just kind of look him in the eyes. Don't. I know it's been hard for you. I know I've not been the perfect son. But I know you've always been about pushing past this, pushing the past behind us and moving forward. And that's one thing I did admire about you, even though I can't completely agree with it. But don't lose that. And I kind of pat him on the shoulder a little bit and turn to head out the door.
All right.
And then I go straight to Jen's afterwards.
Okay. All right. Anyone else doing anything for the course of the day?
Straw Hat mostly.
Not really.
Nope.
Anger management.
Okay. Pochara, Roger sees you and trying to make one, and he no, you gotta do it this way, and he'll help you make a straw hat.
You gotta do it this way, you see?
Yay, with horn holes.
Yeah, we can accommodate that.
Yes, thank you, Roger. I'm gonna give Roger a gold piece for helping me.
Well, that's unnecessary.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, then you're doing that. Ezra goes to Jin's. Is there anything you wish to do there?
I wanted to talk to him about my dream.
All right. By the way, there's a few new holes in the hovel.
I shake my head as soon as I see it.
Yep, yeah, it's only been like 12 days ish since you were last here. And yeah, he's already got new Yep.
I knock on the door.
Again, the thumping and that quick sliding of the eye hole. Yes! Ezra, good. Come in. And he will open the door and welcome you inside.
I have a very important topic to discuss with you.
Oh, watch that. I do wish I had more water, but it's fine.
I saw it in a dream the other night.
He gets that serious look, like again. Talking like business like this, he gets serious, but I mean, usually he's pretty eccentric. He's an eccentric person. I can't fucking talk. But I mean, he obviously, you know him enough to where he gets like, you did.
And I kind of, I'm assuming at this point we sit down and I tell him the dream. How I woke up in the dream laying on a stone slat, and how I turn around and see him and our conversation.
Okay. He must be that fond of you to show up in front of you, to show his, let's just say, inner self.
What troubles me is that he shows up. This is the first time I get a good look at him. This is the first time he's ever shown himself to me since he's introduced himself. And I even asked him, "What do you want from me?" Because he never claimed or stated what he wanted. And he told me nothing that he knows of, and that he would certainly think about it.
Well, sometimes they just act on whims. They may want something grandiose, they may want almost nothing. But they seem to have taken a liking to you if they show themselves. Oftentimes they just take a back seat, not really doing much.
It's just I had a last time we were when the night that we were here last, I had a flashback of father and I escaping the palace, and I saw something that I never seen before, and I saw this black misty form off in the corner. I'm just I'm just trying to figure out why all this is happening now.
Well, I mean, perhaps you're just proving yourself, in a manner of speaking. Someone who can be relied upon.
The thing that interested me the most was the fact that he said the same thing that you told me when you saw these marks on my rapier, that I've grown in power.
Aye, but that may not be the. You may be given other boons as well.
I'm just not sure what to think and what to trust in. Making a pact, even a non-official one, with an entity that claims not wanting anything, it just seems very strange.
Perhaps sometimes, yes. But if you prove useful, you probably will be. You'll probably be fine.
I kind of give a light chuckle, and a thought gets pretty dark for a second. I kind of chuckle. Well, if he ever asks for my soul or anything, if it means putting an end to whatever bastard decided it was a good idea to frame my family, it most certainly sounds like a good price to pay.
He kind of chuckles when you say that. Dark indeed.
Now, what the hell have you been getting up to? It seems like there's at least 5 more holes in this hovel than there were when I was last here.
Oh, you know me so well. He goes back to his, usual self. And you guys, I guess, just shoot the shit for a little while. Unless there was more you wish to ask.
That was mainly it.
Okay. Does anybody like to do anything else?
Nope.
Not really.
I accomplished what I
No,
wanted to do.
I'm good.
Alright. You guys have a night's rest without, traveling constantly. It's kind of nice to just take a brief respite in your journey. Morning takes you. Ezra, as you as you go down to the base part of the inn, your father is at the door, kind of leaning against a post near it, huge bags under his eyes.
Did you not sleep any?
Not much. We must talk. And he will lead you back to his house. The family house. We'll just say it that.
It's his house, not your house.
Yeah, it gives kind of Ezra's house since he fucking lived there, but he's just kind of traveling right now. Yeah, your father's house. Closes the door. Hands you the ring back, as well as the cloth.
I slipped the ring back on.
You made quite the find. That ring, and he kind of just points to it. That is indeed the ring of the lady herself, because... I apologize if I'm gonna fuck up the pronunciation of the name. You only gave me a last name, right? And I not a first name? Just double checking.
Yeah, I just gave you a last name. Go for it.
Okay. This does indeed have Lady Corilla Versace. Versailles.
That's why I broke it up like that.
Yep. I just saw that now. It's since it had been so long, she seemed to have, or it was taking a bit of a respite, but seems to have awakened with me. But Ezra kind of like nods his head a little bit. That ring. It houses the soul of your mother. Your real mother. And that is where we're going to end this session.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
And your brother has fallen down an elevator shaft.
And there is a little bit more info on the Ring of Mountain shielding now.
Uh-oh.
That basically says who's inside it.
Ah.
Apologies that was kind of an early end, but that seemed like a good place.
Yeah, it's fine.
See, when
Yeah, I like the cliffhangers.
I accomplished everything I wanted to do this session.
when Ezra's dad was first talking about the lady, one of the things I thought about in the back of my head was, ooh, he and the lady having an affair. And then now I'm like, wait,
I'm kind of
did
hoping
they
it's
really?
okay. I'm kind of hoping it's okay that I did that, Ezra.
That's definitely a different direction that I was thinking, but I'm not mad at that.
All right. Well, that was the session, everyone.
Yay!
It wouldn't be a gritty fantasy scenario without some infidelity somewhere.
Maybe. But thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, CC Liaxjiv, if that's how you pronounce that name, for the follow. And thank you, Kit Kat Perrin, for the subscription. I greatly appreciate that.
Nice.
Woot woot.
Oh,
The real monies.
yes.
Kind of.
A few more of those, and you'll be able to afford a new D&D book.
Please no. I have so many of them already.
Oh, whatever you like.
There's no such thing as too many.
I
can
actually have
agree
2
with
copies of Ghosts of Saltmarsh because one of them was a replacement for the other one. Because the first one I bought had some issues.
You should send it to me.
It's been dropped a couple times, and like some of the pages are ripped because like they kind of crinkled the tie. That didn't. It's kind of it's weird how it is. I mean it's functional, but yeah. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Next week we return with dun 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 dun. Weird reveals that they weren't expecting. Maybe a little bit. Who knows? And hopefully
Maybe.
some more information.
And maybe a little bit more Badger.
Yeah, hopefully she's feeling better next week. But yeah, we'll see you next time, everyone. Good night. Have fun, or whatever you do when you're having fun.
You're not allowed to have fun outside of listening to this show. It's not allowed.
Good night, everyone. I'll see if I can find someone to send you off to.
Goodbye, neighbor.
Yay.